Welcome back to Showgirly Swag. Today I'm bringing you a very pink themed look, and that is because Valentine's Day is right around the corner. I happen to wear this look no matter what though. So whether I am performing on stage or just kind of out and about, I really enjoy the pink tone that I'm going to use on my lids on a day-to-day basis. But this is actually one of my go-to looks for when I go dance or when I'm on stage, period. So I'm actually going to start this look off with the Huda Beauty Nude Medium palette, and I'm going in with this color right here for my transition shade, and I'm going to pop that right into the crease. So I'm making sure that I focus this color more in the eye socket, and then I'm going to flick out and go all the way in to blend. Now I already have my foundation and my eyebrows done. I do have some bronzer on as well. And my makeup application is more of a smoked out, blown out look. You want to make sure that you're holding the brush at the end of the, at the very end if you're wanting to really smooth out and buff out. And if you hold it close, you're going to really push the colors in and pack. That's for like packing colors versus like buffing and blending. It's going to just make it much more softer, which is what I am going for. Okay, I'm gonna throw this under my lower lash line as well. I am not very careful when it comes to my lower lash line. I like it to be kind of grungy. Okay, now from here I'm going in with Urban Decay's Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. I really love this palette. And I'm going in with one of my favorite colors. It's called Cake, and it's very well loved, as you can see. I'm going to take that same brush, dip my brush in there, and then tap out. And I'm going to go in right into the crease, right in here, and apply that color. Same sort of situation. I'm going to pack the color in the crease, and then begin to blend windshield wiper movements back and forth, and then flicking out as well. I'm not being very careful again, as you can see. Holding at the end of the brush. And you obviously, if you are trying to, do this look as well, you don't have to use these same exact palettes. You can just use whatever you have. Flicking out. I'm trying to stay below my brow bone. I have a lot of lid space, so I'm able to kind of go up a little higher. Someone who has more of a hooded eye, or a smaller, someone who has more of a smaller lid area, you're gonna wanna really concentrate the color, keep it low, keep it right in here, and create that V. I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush from here. This is a Morphe M506 brush, and I am going to just add more pink down closer to my lash line, and then in that V, I'm gonna really, I think I already had some blue there. Oh well, we'll be going in with blue, so it works. Nothing's ever perfect. Okay, I'm going with the same brush, and now I'm gonna go in with the color Time. It's this navy color right here. Freaking love this color. A little bit goes a long way. I love the mix with the pink and this color here. So I'm gonna start at the outer corner and then swipe down towards my lash line, and then up into my crease, creating that V. Same thing on the other side, down, starting at the outer corner and then going down to my lash line, and then going up into my crease. And I have two V's. Now, from here, I will be blending that out. I'm actually going to just grab a more of a tapered, larger fluffy brush. This one is from Morphe as well, the M573. And I'm going to use the tip of this brush to begin to blend and keep this navy color in the crease and not lift it up here. Right, so really concentrate the color in that outer V area. And the other side as well. I'm going to flick it out some just to continue on with that cat eye look. I'm going to go back in with that original fluffy brush. Doesn't really have any product on there, but I'm going to use this brush to really blend everything into each other. Going back in with that pink color, right into that crease. And I'm going to take the same color and go under my lash line. So I'm going to look straight ahead or up and just place it on. Again, not being very careful. This palette doesn't really have fallout, as you can see. I don't have a whole bunch of like fallout happening on my cheeks. If you do know a palette is going to do that, you're going to want to do your foundation and everything, concealer and everything, after you do your eyes. All right, I'm going back in with that navy color just to intensify. I'm tapping out every time I dunk into this palette as well, and that'll help with fallout. Make sure you tap your brush. And here we go, blending again. Eyeshadow is all about blending. Okay, now in the same palette, I'm going in with the color Royal Flush. And I'm going to place this in right on my lid. I'm not going to take it all the way out. I'm going to take it just about a little past the center of my lid. I'm going to use my ring finger to apply the color, and then I'll go in with a brush. I like using my fingers to apply eyeshadow oftentimes. It really, you're able to see the color more. Sometimes using a brush, it blends away the color versus packing it on. Now, if I'm using this brush here, it's like a little fluffy. Now I'm going to use this to buff out the edges so it looks seamless. So it goes, it flows nicely into the pinks and the navy that we have. I hope that this lighting is okay. I'm using natural light. And they say that's the best light. Now I'm taking this into my inner corner to highlight. This color is really beautiful for the inner corner. It really pops. And I'm also going to use that same color on my brow bone, just a little bit. I'm not going to dunk back into the palette because if I did, it would just be like, holy crap, she's got a major brow highlight on. Just not going for that look today. And again, now I'm just going to pat in the color versus swipe side to side to intensify. Pat, 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 pat. And then if it looks like it needs to be blended, I'm just going to take this along the edges and just softly, holding at the end of my brush, softly brush and buff the edges. Okay. From here, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay 24-hour pencil. going to use this to intensify my, or add color to my waterline. All right, so I'm just going to basically look up and place the color, place the pencil right along my lower lash line and my upper as well. And from here, I will be going in with a liner, with my liquid liner, because I'm a freak about a cat eye. All right, so I'm going in with my NYX liquid vinyl. It's like, really, it's my favorite. I really enjoy this, especially if I'm go-go dancing or I'm going to be sweating. It's not waterproof, but I can't really describe. It's really like vinyl on your eyes. Anywho, so doing my liner, I'm going to start at my lid, work my way out, and then inner corner. Just watch, we'll see. I always do it different. Sometimes I start at my inner corner, but today I'm going to place the liner right along my lash line. I'm going to try to keep it really thin. Now, when you're trying to get the inner corner, instead of tugging at your eye, I'm going to turn my head to the left. This is my right eye, so I'm going to turn my head to the left, and that'll kind of stretch the skin out so I can get in that inner corner. All right, so turning it. I like to work it in steps, because if you try to do the whole thing all at once, it's too stressful. So baby steps. Now from here, I'm going to work the actual wing. I'm going to start my lower lash line and try to line that up with the outer end of my brow. There we go. Looks all right to me. Let's see if we can match the other side. It's stressful. These days doing liner on other people is easier for me than doing it on myself. All right, I'm gonna look to my right now and look straight at the mirror to get the inside. All right, let's get that wing. We can do it. So this is what I have right now. If you wanted to just throw some mascara on and call it a day, you could totally do that. I am going to, while I'm waiting for my lashes to dry some, the glue to dry just a little bit so it's tacky, I'm going to throw some mascara on. And I like to put mascara on first and then do my lashes so that I can reuse my lashes. Otherwise the mascara gets all over the lashes and the strip lashes and get all kind of gunky. Keep telling myself, don't open your mouth. Don't open your mouth. But you bet your ass, if I'm in a rush, that mouth's open. I like to blink, as you can see, to apply my lashes. I don't know. It works for me. Maybe it's the lazy way. All right, I'm gonna go in with my tweezers to pick my lashes up. When you're applying your lashes, you do not want to go straight in. First things first, you want to look at yourself in the mirror, lift your chin up, and you'll be placing your lashes more like down this way and in versus this way, okay? Start at the center first, or where you want your center to be. I like mine to be more of like a cat eye again, so I kind of pull it out to the side some. As close as you can to that waterline, or that lash line, and take the end first, place it on wherever you want it, and then work that inner corner. If you do it the other way, you may short yourself at the end. You may end up having your ends like right here instead of out here, if that makes sense. Okay, and again, other side, same thing. Look at yourself in the mirror, chin up, place the center on, lift and place the outer corner, and inner corner. We did it. I'm going to wait for that to dry. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to take this powder that I really love, and it smooths out my skin a lot, and it's by Tarte, and it's called Smooth Operator. It never gives me flashback. I've used it for photo shoots tons of times. I've never really had that problem with the flashback, but I mean, I'm not doing any like red carpets or anything, but for photo shoots, I guess I don't really have that issue. Oop, look at that, I have red on my cheek. It got everywhere. Okay. I'm gonna throw some blush on my cheeks. Use a fluffy brush. And I'm gonna go in with this Kat Von D Fetish palette. And I'm gonna actually work this very pink color. I'm gonna throw it higher on my cheekbones. And if I were to smile, a little smirk, just right on that little apple, gently. Other side. That's good. A little bit of highlighter. And I'm going with my favorite. It's my favorite. It's by Wet n Wild. And it is the Golden Flower Crown. And I'll show you how I like to blend after I do this, so I don't look like I have a strip and a strip and a strip of color. I like to take this stippling brush right here and blend all of my bronzer, my blush, and my highlighter all in together so that it just doesn't look too powdery and like there's multiple lines of color. And sometimes the highlighter just, it looks real funny if you don't blend it in. Okay, so from here, I actually am going to go in with this Urban Decay Solstice. I think I just said that right. And it's like a duochrome, I think this is what they call it. It's really cool looking. I've used it a lot. And I'm going to place this right on the center of my lid. I don't think that you're able to really see what it's doing, but it looks really pretty. I'm actually going to put that right in my inner corner as well. I'm going to take that same brush and place it right there. And on that brow bone. Okay. Now for lips, I had my Carmax on my lips, so I'm going to wipe some of that away. And I love this, my hair's a mess, sorry guys. I love this color. It is by Revlon, and it is Primrose, and it is a dupe for Max Angel. I love Max Angel, but this is a really pretty pale pink. And I'm not gonna use any lip liner today. I'm just going to pop this color on. So this is the final look. It's really fun and flirty. And you know, I think it's really important to sometimes step outside of our box and try a pop of color, if you catch my drift. Well, that is it for today. Until next time, my friends, peace, love, and light. Bye.